My guest is a comedian from Seattle. She participated in the Seattle International Comedy Competition in the 2018 Highlarious Comedy Festival. I'm excited to welcome Vanessa Dawn.
What up, y'all? I'm excited to be here.
Thanks for coming on.
Yeah.
And we are also joined by John Gard.
I'm on the couch.
Again. It's your favorite place to be.
Yeah.
John's our like recurring third chair on the pod.
Yeah, I'm kind of like a man. I don't know what I'm here. I'm just here because sometimes people feel threatened by Adam.
In the
No,
face. It's unsettling.
And I'm just a friendly buffer.
I don't think that's why you're here.
I'm here to make you feel safe. All right.
I feel like they're being different.
Don't do that voice.
Different buffer. I feel like
damn
same energy right now.
That's fair enough. We both look threatening.
Back to the camera. It's like, this is straight like Minneapolis Police Department right here.
You look like the guy who did it.
Yes.
And I look like the guy who's like, hey, you know what? You're going to come after him? What's next?
And I look like the victim's sister.
And here we are together.
If you watch this on mute, you're kind of going to be like, huh?
Yeah.
Like, is this deep? No. No.
God damn it.
We don't do that here.
Not today.
Well, before we lose everybody watching us, if you are watching us on YouTube, hit that like or subscribe button and the notifications bell so you don't miss any of our content. Doing that will help us with the YouTube algorithm. And throw in a comment. Tell us who we look like or who we don't look like or what we should make jokes about. So this is Vanessa's first. I don't know. I have to say that to fucking remind people.
He's gonna get through this whole bullet.
It's an important presentation.
All right.
People got to know. I got to do it.
Where you just moved back from New York though, right?
Kind of. I was just working on the road, really. So
okay.
Yeah, I was kind of bouncing around. I was in New York for like 3 months. So
okay.
Nice.
Were you in Seattle before that, or did you go back to OKC?
Yeah, I was in Seattle. And then
I hadn't seen you I guess it was.
Yeah, I was on the road for like 15 months. So I was in Arizona, then Georgia, then Denver, then like DC area, and then New York.
Damn.
And then I came back.
How did that work though? Were you like doing comedy or was it?
Nah, it was a day job,
Yeah, we got to be careful about talking about your day job, just for the listeners.
We don't talk about your day job.
Right, don't worry about
it without talking about it. Were you doing comedy though?
Like as much as I could, really. Like as around the schedule, So like in Denver, we had weekends off, so I was like, oh yeah, I was getting up a lot of weekends because I know people out there.
Yeah, did you live in Denver?
We were out there for like fucking like damn near 4 months. So
shit.
They were like, yeah, you guys are gonna go to Denver in January for like 6 weeks, and I was like, all right, cool. And then like that turned in like 4 months.
Damn.
And like, yeah, I was there for like a record-breaking blizzard and shit. I was like, oh no, like this is why I didn't move to Denver in the first place. Like,
yeah, it seemed like you were all over the place, like just travel. I was kind of confused by that because
everybody was.
Yeah. It's like, where did you go? And it was kind of during the pandemic, right?
It was definitely during the pandemic.
Yeah.
Like I started like 2020. They're like, we took a break and like we were off for maybe like 2 months, maybe 3 months, and they was like, all right, CDC said we can get back out there. You're like,
the CDC was like, people need their cigarettes.
And
they need their product. We'll say that.
Their vices.
Their vices.
The vices are selling like hotcakes. Get out there.
What?
Thought I couldn't say.
It's okay.
Yeah, no.
It's okay.
Couldn't say it.
It took 4 minutes. It's literally.
I know, right out of the gate.
We did an episode like a couple weeks ago, and we talked about his sister, and like in the episode, he's like, "Fucking like." He used the name, and he's like, "Don't use that name," and then he didn't
blurp it.
Yeah, it like fell through the cracks, and it didn't get blurped. So this feels nice that like you did that now.
Now you understand.
Yeah,
Full circle.
Teachable moment.
I was
guess,
very,
huh?
I was
I'm just
very,
kidding.
I was very patient
Yes, you were.
about that.
And I think you need to be.
Sorry,
Because
I'm
our
sorry, I'm
editing
sorry.
guys don't
really
seem
sorry.
to care. Shout out Nolan. God damn it.
No, we're good. We're good.
That's so funny.
So people have to have these products, especially around COVID times.
I mean, you don't have to. No one really has to have anything.
I don't know.
It's all about what
that.
you want. You know what I mean?
Yeah, we need.
Need, you know?
Well, you got me at one point.
Yeah.
Like you sold me. And it was crazy because it was one of those things that, yeah, just fill this out, you know, be as like direct about your information. There was some gray area there, and then they fucking found me. Like it was, I don't want to say, God damn it. We got to move on from this. I'm just gonna keep asking about it. Motherfucker! Like every time I say something, I see it in your eyes. I'm like, oh shit.
All right, to break it down, I just do promotions, guys, but I only do adult-only products. So if you don't use them, I can't talk to you.
There you go.
That makes sense. Okay.
Now tell us a little bit more about Redacted. Hey,
Off the record? I'm just kidding.
Is Redacted a passion?
Hell no. Like, I feel like I don't know. Like, one of those commercials back in the day. Like,
Yeah.
like, would you do this for this much money? And
Oh.
some people are like, no. And I guess I was like, how much? I can still do comedy on the side? Okay. All right. I do it for a little bit.
So did you start in Oklahoma though?
Comedy?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. And what like brought you out to Seattle?
Basically, because I got an uncle in Tacoma, and so he
Okay.
was like, "Yo, you should move out here." And
All right.
then I came to visit in the summertime, and it tricked me. I
Oh,
was
yeah.
like, it's nice out here." Like,
Yeah. It was so like that first fall coming to Seattle
Yeah.
after being in the summertime, you're like, this place fucking rules. And then all of a sudden it just goes to pitch. Did we talk about that?
Yeah, I don't know, but it's just
Yeah.
Because I came in wintertime and then or like right on the tail end of wintertime, so spring came right when I moved here, and I was like, I fucking love Seattle. Like I'm home. This is where it is. Like this is it. And then the wintertime comes and you're like fucking
I gotta get out of here.
sitting in the dark, all wet,
It
cold.
gets dark at like 4:00.
Same.
It's so like when it's dark when you leave work. I mean, I know you work at night and stuff, and that's why your face looks like that. But
like Gollum
it's
a little bit.
especially today when you had last night off. But but like
yeah.
when you fucking go to work and it's dark and you leave work and it's dark, it's such a shitty feeling.
Right.
Yeah.
That's the worst.
And the sun comes out for like 2 hours sometimes. You're like, damn, I missed it.
It's wild.
It's like that. Did you guys ever read Ray Bradbury short stories when you were younger?
I don't think so.
Oh, there's a
Know the
short,
author, do not know the short story.
there's a short story, All Year in a Day, where like it's like a school for kids that are like living on, I don't know, I think they're on like Jupiter or something, but they basically like the sun comes out one day every like, I don't know, 5 years or 10 years or something.
Damn.
And this little girl is like obsessed with it because she saw it when she was a baby and she claims to remember it, right? But all the other kids are like, you don't fucking remember, you're a bitch. Like they hate her. There's like, you know how stories are like in the night, like old stories, they're like you have to have an antagonist, but the antagonist is like
Hella bully.
yeah, it's like over the top, like we're gonna fucking kill your mom and fucking like why though? So they hate this girl for some reason because she says she remembers the sun and can't wait to see it again. She's dying, and so when the sun is gonna come out, like basically like she's like it's gonna happen, and they're like it's not coming, you lied, and they lock her in a closet, and then the sun comes out.
Oh shit.
Damn.
And all the kids lose their minds. They run out to play, and they forget that the one girl who couldn't stop thinking about it is locked in a closet.
Damn.
I don't know why I
That's a
told you the end of that
sad-ass
story, but it Seattle reminds me of that story a lot. I don't know why, because I'm just like fucking. It's just always fucking dark.
It's
and
probably
raining.
like that though, like for the people in jail. If
That's
you go
true.
to jail in the summertime, then you're like, damn. You get out in the morning.
So good in the summer.
Right?
The fucking
I
jail.
don't like cold jail. This was better in July. Where's Steve? I don't like this Gard. Steve brought us oatmeal cream pies.
Okay.
Jesus
Okay.
Christ. It's funny you brought that up because one of the reasons why I want to have both you guys on was like drinking and driving stuff, and I know
Like, are we drunk drivers?
Y'all.
Oh yeah.
and like history.
Well, not anymore.
No, obviously.
I-
Yeah, clearly.
I don't even drink anymore.
State of Washington put that to it. And for me.
Texas got
Oh,
this
Texas
one.
got
Yeah.
you.
Wait, are
See-
you driving again? Or
Yeah,
did
yeah.
you get a ride here?
No, I've been driving. I just got
Okay.
a blow and go.
Okay.
Yeah.
What does that look like?
That's the worst.
You want to
It's-
get a picture of it for this podcast?
Sure.
Just kidding.
Yeah.
I had
Is
one
it-
of those for 2 years.
Oh man, they hit me with 5.
5 years.
Washington don't play, bro.
Oh my.
Washington don't play. See, this
Do you
is
have to do it while you're driving
Yeah.
too? Still?
Mhm.
Oh my. And a camera?
Yeah, camera.
Oh my
See, because this
God.
is the thing. Like, I have a bunch of friends who had DUIs in Oklahoma, and it was like, DUI, misdemeanor. Like, there was no type of like drug test. It was like, go to this class, go to this, pay your money, and you're good to go. Like, barely any of them
get
even
back
have
out
blow
there.
and goes for more than like a month or two. You know.
Yeah.
So I was like, DUI ain't shit.
So wait, I've never used one. Like, what is how does it? Do you do it with your phone or like what? How does it
Nah,
work?
Like it's connected to your car battery.
Mhm.
And so every time you want to start your car, you have to like press the button on this device, blow into it,
Mhm.
and then it gets your blood alcohol level.
Yeah.
And then before you can start your car,
Is there anything that like tricks it sometimes?
everything.
Really?
I failed on a
Mouthwash.
honey bun once.
Juice. Yeah.
God damn.
Some juices,
Kombucha
some
will get you.
kombucha will get you. Hand sanitizer
Hand
is a big one.
sanitizer. will get
Really?
you,
Yeah. They were
How
giving
so?
people a break because COVID happened, and like people were using hand sanitizer and then getting in their car and like starting it, and it just detects alcohol.
Yeah.
And so it'd be like a 0.08 in
From your hands?
yeah, from just
Yeah.
the
God
alcohol in
damn.
the air. you
Where
know?
where's the tube for? Or like
It's like about this big.
Yeah.
And then the tube's on the top, and
Yeah.
you're just
Okay.
like holding it.
but where is it on your car? Like, is
Well, it's like a cord,
Yeah,
and it's
it-
connected.
Yeah. And so if you
And you
just
can,
keep
like,
it,
kinda-
And it'll go
So it's
off
not
while
like-
you're driving.
Yeah, it
too,
goes off
right?
while you're driving.
Yeah.
So if
What sets it off?
oh no, it just
Just-
like
yeah.
periodically will go off to retest you as you're
Yeah.
driving.
Really?
So you can't tricky like I'm gonna go on a long trip to Vegas and park the car and leave it, and I'm gonna drink on the way. You can't get away with that.
Yeah, like all the old school tricks, you
Yeah.
can't. Yeah.
They
You
were
can't
old
blow
school.
up.
I
You
didn't-
can't blow up
Yeah.
a balloon earlier in the day.
Yeah, I didn't know.
And
I
then
didn't,
fill it up with it.
yeah, I didn't know that like there were tricks like that until people in the little DUI classes were
Yeah.
talking about that shit. I was like,
But
wait,
mine had a
what?
camera too. Mine was like I couldn't
Yeah, but yeah, all
Wait,
type of
what
stuff.
was the camera?
to know that you're not letting someone else blow for you
Is it through your phone or
No,
No,
it's a
it's like
camera
attached to your
in
car.
your car.
But at the same
Takes a
time, it
picture.
also saves you. So if someone else is driving your car and they fuck up and fail, like blows
Yeah.
anything,
Yeah.
it takes a picture and you can be like, we'll see, it's not me.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, you still
Huh.
gotta pay for that shit, but
Yeah,
How much is the
Court.
blow and go?
it's a monthly fee. right?
yeah, it's a monthly fee of like $120, and then every like 6 weeks you have to get it recalibrated.
Yeah.
So that's like another $100, and then you
Jesus
gotta pay like
Christ.
$70 or $25 when you get to the place getting it recalibrated.
Yeah.
If you fuck anything up, it's like if you get a violation, like when I failed on the honey bun, like it was a 0. I was eating a honey bun. I was like, this ain't gonna set anything off, just blew. And then it was like 0.07. I was like, fuck.
Oh,
Like,
shit.
she
And
was
so
like,
but it
she was like,
just
the
registers
yeast
it,
set it
right?
up. Yeah, but like literally less than 2 minutes later, it's back down to a 0. So it's like, it's not alcohol.
Yeah.
But they're still like, well, it's a violation. You're gonna pay. Like,
Really?
yes, I had to take it in. That was like $100 extra on top of everything. I was
God
like,
damn.
dang.
Motherfucker.
Yeah.
So let's go backwards a little bit because we do like a story time section.
Okay.
And I want to hear like both your DUI stories. But when did you start drinking?
Is yours really good?
When did I start drinking?
Yeah. How old were you?
Oh, okay.
Like the origin
I was
story.
like, that day? Okay.
Let's go way back.
Okay. It's probably like around 16, but not like anything like for like seriously. Just
Nothing
like
crazy.
Yeah, exactly. Just like my friends, like, oh, my big brother's got a bottle, or like. And then I like hung out with like hella Mexicans, so they would be like, when we were 16, their parents would be like, yeah, y'all can drink, fuck it, you know?
Yeah.
And so like probably around that, but like not like heavily, probably to like 19, 20.
Okay. And did you never spent any time in Oklahoma, right?
I've been in Oklahoma a few times.
Okay, because he grew up in
There,
Texas.
and I traveled through there as a kid.
What part of Texas?
Houston.
Okay.
I grew up from Louisiana, and then grew up in Houston.
You're from Louisiana?
Yeah, I was born in New Iberia, and then
What's that?
it's a parish in Louisiana.
Where in Louisiana is that though?
It's a little bit outside of Baton Rouge.
Okay.
Very small place. And then I grew up in Houston, and then moved to California, and then Brazil, and then here.
Okay.
So I guess I'm from Texas, I would say, because I lived most of my life there.
But you spent time in Oklahoma.
I performed there. I've been there to do shows.
That counts.
And I
That's more than a lot.
Traveled through there as a kid.
I was just trying to see if there's any
Like,
if you
no, I
guys
didn't get
know
my
people
DUI.
together. Like
No.
I don't know. What's the
No.
scene like in Oklahoma? Like, is there much of a comedy scene?
I mean, now there's like a couple clubs out there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Before, like when I started, it was just like one club, Monopoly, and then a bunch of like bar shows, sometimes like casino shows or something like that. But
did you like? Because how long had you been doing it when you moved out here?
like almost 3 years, like 2.5 years.
Okay.
I think. Yeah.
Because when I started, your name was like just ever. I mean, one of the first shows I ever did, you and I were on it together. It was with Roger Lazola at the Lime.
Yeah.
You remember that?
I remember that.
I was like, I was so fucking nervous. Like it was the most nervous I ever been. And
How long had you been doing it?
I think I had been doing it for a week.
Oh shit!
Skippy saw me at an
was
open mic and was like, "Oh, I'm gonna put you on this show."
And you're like,
And
hell yeah.
He had me do like 7. I didn't have 5. You know, like I just like, and it was. I met Roger. I thought Roger was like a really important person.
It's funny how when you like first start comedy, you're just like, wow, everyone's
Like,
so
these
important.
people- yeah.
Yeah, you go home and tell your people like, oh, yeah.
And then you
this
do it
guy
for a
came
few
over
years.
and I think it's like, yeah, I think he like runs the place, and he told me he had good set.
Right? He told me
So,
good
it's a
set,
big
like,
deal.
Pretty much feel
I'm
like
out here
Robin
killing
Williams
it.
right now.
Right.
Like,
Like I'm about to get signed. No, you're not.
Signed.
Dude, this
So
show.
wow.
This show was seriously one of like I wish you had been like around when it was
Seattle.
happening. It was in Kirkland, which I know you like, and
It's got this old thing about how I'm from Kirkland. I don't know where it came from.
isn't that where the fish factory is?
No, the fish factory's in Redmond.
It's close. It's basically it's anyway. This
Anyway,
show
I don't live in Kirkland.
I just remember
Okay.
what I fucking you're from where you're from.
Wherever that may be.
I
Yeah.
don't know.
But it was like $1 taco night or something, right?
Yeah. It was like Taco Tuesday and like margarita special maybe
Yeah.
too.
And I remember there was just a group of like girls studying it was like
At the show?
Yeah.
Was that?
Yeah.
it was imagine like a Buffalo Wild Wings, but if it had like
A stage.
an ugly cousin, and that's what this place is like. And there's just like bar tables, shit. Like this was the
That's
first
a good.
show I ever
That's a
did.
good first show. Yeah, it's a good. It's a
Yeah,
good,
yeah.
Good start.
Yeah.
I agree. I agree.
I remember
You gotta be like, oh, it's not all beautiful.
This is good. This is good that I learned about this now.
Exactly.
There was a mic cover like this, and Skippy was hosting, and I remember I went and put the mic up to my face, and he spit so much when he talked that it was wet. And it touched my face, and it like this was pre-COVID, thank God. But it was like I don't know if you've ever had that happen with like a wet mic or just weird smells on the microphone. Or
one time I followed a guy who I think had hyperhidrosis.
What's that?
Like sweaty hands?
Yeah, because the
I
mic
think
was
I have
all
that right now. I'm nervous.
Have you ever hit your
Swampy.
tooth with the mic?
Oh
yeah,
I think I chipped this one.
Yeah, I got big teeth.
Oh, I wanted to throw up. I was like, oh. No.
How did it happen though? Was it just like
I think I was laughing at myself, like.
have you ever done the like you go for the mic and you like it feels kind of stuck and then you go hard and just pop yourself with it?
Oh no, I haven't done that.
I haven't done that yet.
That's not a fun
One
thing.
time I had a mic that the thing the clip on top.
Oh yeah,
I
the
should
old
know-
school joints.
I should know what that is called.
Clip on
Very-
top. What are you talking about?
You know, like where you put the mic in.
Like
the slider.
Slider.
Yeah.
Was like, I don't know if it was cracked or something, but like I went to grab the mic. Just
The whole thing just fell apart.
the mic flew off. The
Lord.
stand just.
See, if the mic don't come out like easily, like I guess we're doing this set with the stand. Like,
Oh yeah.
we're, like,
Well, you remember the Comedy Underground's like fucking mechanism that it had? It was
we're just
it's like
stay like
you had to like
it was like a up. It was a
The up down was a clipper.
yeah.
The squeeze thing.
Yeah.
I like those better.
You like them?
Yeah, a lot of clubs have those. It's so much easier to just adjust
I-
the mic.
Just do it for the camera.
I did it. You got one. All right.
Yeah, the first time I did it, like I didn't understand what the fuck was, why that was the case. I'm just like, and there were a
So
bunch
much
of people
better
just
than
like
all of this. You know?
squeezing.
and then like sometimes they'd switch it out.
Oh
And
yeah,
there'd be the other mic
Oh.
stand and
just the regular one.
yeah, but it would like fall sometimes, you know.
Just drop on you.
And you're like, okay, next game.
That's funny.
They're like, oh, wrong mic stand. Bye. Take this one now.
Are you you've been working quite a bit though lately, right? Like you've been doing shows and shit.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I'm doing what I can.
Yeah. Yeah, you did. Did you do the new room, the Hereafter?
Yeah. I did
How is
one.
that?
It's pretty cool. It's like a little baby movie theater, kind of. You know.
Yeah.
It's
It's in the Crocodile.
That's the crocodile,
yeah,
right?
It's the new
Nice.
Crocodile. Yeah.
Good.
It's
a good
cool.
show.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was a good show.
It's like 100-seater or whatever.
I don't know exactly. Sounds about right. Probably.
Yeah.
Probably.
A badass show.
At least 70.
And it's in Pike's Place, right? Or like right around
yeah,
there? Or
Yeah, it's more in Belltown, kind of.
even better. It's close to Have a Heart.
Yeah, it's like literally right there by Have a Heart.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
It's
So I've
like
probably
weird because
driven right
you
by.
get in from the alley though.
Really?
Yeah, at first I was like, go get out of here.
I
Like, I'm not about to
It
walk down
sounds
this
sketchy.
alley.
People like that, though. People like a little
Speakeasy
like,
type.
secret place.
But honestly, it's like right there though. It wasn't.
Nice.
It's
It
not too
wasn't.
bad.
Yeah, sketchy.
Yeah, it's not like keep going down the alley.
They just threw that into the like basement or whatever, right? It was.
I don't even know.
It's brand new from what I know, but
Yeah.
I haven't been through there. We tried to go check it out one night and it didn't work out, but where like when did I'm spacing right now. I was gonna ask like where you started when you moved out here, like because you
Oh.
were in Tacoma, right, with your
Yeah.
uncle.
Yeah,
And
I
are you
started,
still down
yeah.
there now?
No, I'm in like Seattle now.
Okay.
Yeah, I've like worked my way north somehow. Like I
Okay.
started with my uncle and like span away for a little bit. Then I moved to Auburn because I was
Mhm.
working in Auburn. Then I moved to Seattle.
Both those places are pretty rough, right? Like I was just down there last night. Like
You think so?
I mean,
There's rough places in Washington.
That's how I feel.
I'm
I'm like, I don't think there are. Like,
Just-
too,
I haven't experienced any.
I'm like,
Yeah.
it's like
that's how I feel.
messy.
We're like, don't go to
feel.
Oh
Belltown.
yeah,
That's
but,
what I'm like. I guess we're in Everett, so it's
Yeah.
like
But like Oklahoma's a pretty meth state. Like,
Yeah.
and I've been in like more methier situations.
Yeah.
You know, like Arizona, I was like, yo.
Arizona's bad.
Yo.
That's fucking crazy.
I was
there.
like, I thought Oklahoma was bad. Nah, we're good.
Yeah. What is Oklahoma like? I know I'm bouncing around a lot. I'm just like, I don't.
What's Oklahoma like?
It's kind of like Texas, but like little.
What do you
But
do there
landlocked.
though? Like, what the fuck? I can't imagine. Just like farm and stuff.
No, I mean now it's like weed farming. Hella.
Really?
Yeah, because like they like it's legal medically, and so now like that shit blowing up over there. Like,
But is it all like inside grows?
nah, they
Does
got both. Yeah.
Weed grows in like hot climates like that?
Well, I mean,
Well-
Oklahoma gets like all of the weather, like all
Okay.
the worst.
I just
Yeah.
assumed it was like one flat, dry, like.
I mean, they grow inside too.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you can grow
Big,
inside,
like, just
outside.
get a
They
big
got it
warehouse
both.
space, and set up
Greenhouses, all that.
lights.
Huh.
But
Huh.
huh.
No, I
But yeah.
just I didn't know
It's
that.
basically like anything you can do out here except hike.
Okay.
You know.
The weed shit, like the legal. I feel like I'm driving
or
the
go to the
conversation
beach,
so much right now.
Or go to the.
like I don't have that many questions, you
I mean,
guys.
yeah.
I'm just.
we got lakes, but that's it. Ain't no beaches, no beaches.
I've just never been. It sounds nice.
Who do Oklahomans hate?
Texans. I'm
You
just
guys
kidding. I'm
hate
just
Texans?
kidding. No.
No, because there
I
are
think
some.
Arkansas probably.
there are
like
Texas
the butt of
people-
everyone's jokes, right?
Yeah, like there, because Texas people will like deep Texas people, like King of the Hill Texas
Mhm.
people will like talk shit about like Dallas and like Oklahoma and like
I think I don't know.
and Mississippi is one.
Oh,
I don't know why.
I think a lot of people don't like Mississippi though,
That's true.
for separate
true.
reasons. I think
Well,
everyone has their own Mississippi story.
but there's the main stories about Mississippi are probably the main reasons people don't like it.
Like the ones they made movies about.
Yeah, like yeah, you know, they made movies. They made movies with your state's name in it, and it's not a good movie about good things.
The whole state.
The entire.
You pretty, you know.
Right, like you might get a reputation after that.
Probably people are not going to
maybe.
think well of you.
You know, I mean,
Dude, have you watched The Great Depression?
no,
Gary
is it
Goldman?
good?
Mm.
He has a whole chunk of material on like when he was a kid, everybody in the 70s were just dehydrated. Like they just didn't drink water. It was like you drink milk and tap, and that was it. And like the only time he would drink water was like the 3 seconds he got during gym class.
At
like,
the water fountain.
Yeah, at the water fountain. And the teacher would count it. It'd say 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, and like eventually he just like, I'm stepping on his shit, but eventually he like looked at the teacher and said, "It's Mississippi." Like they kept like truncating the word, and he's like, "But how apt of you to use that particular state when it comes to a water fountain." And like, I think he was like 7, actually. He was pretty young, but yeah, it just made me think of that.
It is a good one though.
Yeah, that's fucking. It's a weird special though.
Yeah.
Great
like-
Depression.
What's it on?
The TV. It's. I think it's on Amazon.
You know, fuck it. We're not flagging anything else.
Yeah. What have you been watching
Check
lately?
me out on the TV. You're home.
What have you been watching though? Because you got me on Righteous Gemstones. which
Righteous
is fucking-
Gemstones is
Have you
great.
seen that?
No.
It's fucking hilarious.
It's the wackiest fucking show. Like,
Danny McBride
Uh,
and
Servant is really. Have you watched anything on Apple TV?
No.
Anything on
No,
Apple
I
TV?
have
What do
not
you
watched
watch?
anything on. Lately, let's see. I just started watching that one Netflix. Was it the woman across the street from the girl?
Oh,
some
yeah,
it's a
shit.
long name.
Yeah, it's a long ass name.
With
Yeah.
Kristen Bell.
Yeah, it's pretty funny though.
Is it good? I
It's-
heard good things.
Yeah, I've only on like a couple episodes in, so I'm like,
Okay.
it's so far it's pretty good. Like, where is she going with this?
Wait,
you know, it's
is
pretty
that
funny.
the same girl that's with Dax Shepard?
Yeah, Kristen
Okay.
Bell.
All right.
Yeah,
They're
Married.
yeah.
Okay.
That's the one.
I thought it I just didn't want to assume. I like her. I'm not a huge fan of him after everything that came out.
What happened?
Wait, what happened?
What?
I'm always the
You didn't-
last to know.
Yeah,
the,
me too.
The
I
jokes.
know.
Like I never know.
Let's
the
out
tea.
him.
We're outing Dax Shepard.
Okay, right. I guess. Why
What did
not?
he do?
So I found out about this through somebody else. So if it's wrong, that's why. And
Allegedly.
So he had like a podcast that's super successful, the Armchair.
Yeah, armchair expert.
Yeah. And for like a long period of time, he was talking about being sober and like doing these episodes where he was like giving people advice on
and
sobriety.
And then he broke sobriety with the pills.
And continued to do the episodes. There was like 6 months of him recorded talking about his sobriety while he was high. And then he released an episode where he confessed it all. And the last time I checked, if this is different, sorry, but like he released the episode where he confessed and then retroactively pulled it off. So like he's like, I confess, and then for whatever reason they took that episode down.
So they didn't take down the episodes
Prior.
Right.
They probably were doing good. They're like, no.
They
Like,
for
we
sure
got a
were
lot of
doing
hits
good.
on
They're like, we want to take
He
the
admitted
confession
that,
down.
though.
Especially when people found out he
Huh.
was high. They down a lot of downloads.
Oh,
on
yeah.
those.
But he admitted the reason why he didn't want to come forward about his like breaking his sobriety is he thought he would lose sponsors.
Well, yeah.
That makes sense, I guess.
Who sponsors him?
He was on TV.
O'Doul's.
Like there was
Heineken Zero.
I don't think Stitch Fix gives a shit
A
about
hot tea company.
Yeah.
Coffee.
You think Bomba Socks?
but
is
he
gonna
had
pull
just
out?
like he had just been on TV for something big. Like it was because I saw a commercial like the day after this happened, and it was a big like corporate brand that he was associated with. So it was just like covering up his tracks, kind of.
Well, I mean, in this day and age, is that as bad as everything else?
Nah,
You know?
not
I mean,
considering
yeah.
what's coming out. Like, like
You know, like that's probably
who
why not a
hasn't
lot
lied
of.
about being sober?
Yeah, that's probably why. Yeah, all right. I mean, that's probably why a lot of people aren't talking about this. I mean, he didn't corner some intern and like grope anybody. You know what I mean?
That we know of.
Yeah, that's
This-
not out yet.
You don't
I'm
know,
just playing.
like
No.
when
True.
someone's
Could be.
integrity
Could
becomes
be.
in question, John.
Everything's
It's
on
a
the table.
slippery slope.
All right.
No. I
What
don't know.
bothered me is
I'm
that
just waiting for them to come for me. You know.
First they came for Dak. What is?
The first they came for Dak,
I like
and then they
Kristen.
came for.
Wait, it's Dak or Dax?
I have no idea.
It's Dax.
Oh,
Is
oh, that's the
That's
the
funny.
quarterback Dak Shepard. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
the different
Wait.
person. Right,
Dax.
Dak. I don't know who.
Who's
I know.
the-
I'm seeing the face, but
Cowboys?
yeah, I was like, that's where I got that name.
Yeah. Is
Dak.
it Shepard?
I think so.
Prescott.
Prescott.
Yeah, Dak.
Who's
It's Dax Shepard and Dak Prescott.
And they're actually the same person. A lot of people don't know that.
You just.
Have we ever seen them together?
I'm pretty sure they're not the same.
You never see them in the same room.
I've seen White Chicks. It's possible.
Those
See
two are
Mrs. Doubtfire?
pretty
Have
different.
you seen
They
it?
can do that. That was the 90s. Imagine what they could do
They're
now.
really good at them.
It bothered me that he did that to Kristen though.
Do you think she knew
You think she knew
that he?
that he was taking the?
Yeah.
He
Well-
talked about it in that episode you can't listen to now.
Oh,
I'm telling you,
okay.
it was hurtful
It's
towards
like the
her.
forbidden episode. It's on his Patreon.
It's yeah.
Damn.
That we have to pay for.
Patreon to get my confession.
It's so funny. I don't know. He was just someone that I got weird vibes from. Like Brian Callen was the same way, where I just was like, I don't know. I just don't like the energy off this person. I feel like sometimes when you hear like so and so did this thing, you just are like, I can see that. You know, like it's not. There's not.
Yeah, it's
any-
like typical.
And you are friends with Brian.
Brian Callen?
Yeah.
No.
Okay, then talk shit about it
Okay.
publicly.
I have actually never met him.
Yeah, no, I haven't either.
But you know, I'll tell you one thing about him. I've never met him. But fuck him.
Oh, like who?
He was on Mad TV and like
he was
a bunch
very.
of
He
movies
was
and
awesome
shit.
on Mad TV. I grew up watching. Brian
Did
Callen.
you?
Yeah, but I've never actually worked with him. Never met him.
I don't know.
He used to come to
Actors,
improv a lot.
really?
Yeah, but I never was on those.
Oh.
I was
Wait, is he up here or something?
No, I'm just talking
No.
shit about
I
it.
I
okay.
don't know. Adam's like you
I
gotta,
always
you're in a weird
those-
segue place today.
Yeah,
where you're
I'm just moving and
It's
grooving.
okay, you
Look,
know?
what can you tell me about Oklahoma? I'm trying. I didn't. You gave me shit for having notes
It's
last
Oklahoma.
time. I didn't take notes this time, and now I have no safety net.
What's the state bird?
The scissortail flycatcher.
Really, you knew that right off the
Yeah.
What's that?
I'm full of facts.
Wait, a what tail?
Scissortail?
Scissor tail? Show me a picture of this. I don't.
It's the only
Gotcha.
lesbian bird.
What the fuck do you?
We will never admit that in Oklahoma. I'm just kidding.
It's a terrible joke.
Yeah.
Can we redact that?
Yeah.
Is it a real thing though?
A scissor-tailed flycatcher?
That it's lesbian?
Yeah.
No.
Is it real? I mean, I don't
believe
know.
it.
I mean, like, they didn't tell us that part. We didn't ask.
What's the state bird for Washington?
No one cares. I'm just kidding. I'm just
It's
kidding.
a duck.
It's
No,
a duck.
it's not.
Wait,
duck.
because that's on the flag, right?
It's a mallard. Yeah.
These are
Isn't
cool.
it on
You
the
know, it's
flag?
when you're in a room and like,
No?
I don't even know. I
Damn,
don't
this
know
is
what's
a
on the
cool
flag.
bird. Have you seen these?
That's a cool.
It's a
ass
lesbian.
bird.
Burunji would be all about this.
Burunji. Shout out to Burunji's crazy ass.
He's great. What a childhood.
So funny. All right. Well, let's just go into the story time section because I'm bouncing all over the place. I know you got places to be.
Or just talk about, whatever, like what's going on with you, You got a new job?
Nah, not yet.
We can't talk about.
Not yet. Hopefully.
You got a new job?
We'll see. You got a new job yet?
No.
No. Still night shift.
Yeah, working. Yeah.
Night shift McGee over here.
I can't talk about it though. I can't talk about what I do.
Because you're an officer.
I-
We already know.
I'm sorry.
All right. Let's go into this story time section.
Like I spent this whole time recovering from 4 minutes in, screwing up.
Right.
It's okay. It could be worse.
I guess I should say that. Do you want to read this part?
What part?
You like this part for our YouTube? Let's read that section.
Oh, this is. If you've enjoyed this episode so far,
Look into the camera. Sell it for me. You're trying to get people to do shit here.
yeah, you really want to.
Yeah, fucking people.
any
This
tips?
this might be the best episode we've ever done.
You got
Any
this.
tips on how to really reach to sell this?
Smile.
Yeah, no, you
Don't
just did a
smile. I'm just
commercial,
kidding. I'm
right?
just kidding. Huh?
You just did a commercial, right?
No, not anytime recently, but I used to do commercials.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, you do this then.
All
Make
right.
her do it.
All right, where are
Just
we at?
the
What if I can't read? I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
Oklahoma sucks then.
Bachelor's degree from public school, still
Yeah.
Floyd Mayweather reading level.
It's so funny if you just started making up whatever.
Yeah.
And we're like, what the fuck
Like,
is
if
she
you like
doing?
what you've seen, follow me. I'm in this.
Can't read it all.
And you're like,
we
I don't know what you put here, but what I said works. So
I have a few edits.
Okay, let's see
All right,
this.
let's do this. If you'd enjoyed ew. Take two. And see. If you've enjoyed this episode so far, please hit like and the subscribe button.
smash it.
Also,
Smash that button.
please hit the notification bells on the top right corner so you don't miss any of our new content.
Tap those bells.
Tap them.
Tap them.
Tap them. Now, if you have any questions or comments, please make sure to submit them to the comments section below.
Slam them in
Down here.
to the comments.
Liking, subscribing,
Spill 'em.
commenting,
Spill-
and hitting the
Spill
notification
them.
bells help us with our YouTube algorithm. So we end up on the Discover page, and we can even reach new viewers like you.
That's right.
Perfect.
Right.
All right. And there goes my computer.
We got somber at the end.
You know?
All right, story time.
I
Let's hear
decided to do
Vanessa's
that.
DUI.
I was like,
Ooh, this week on This American Life.
It's story time. It's story time with Adam. Yeah, it's story time. It's story time with Adam and friends.
All right.
all right. So for my DUI,
Yeah.
of course, I got one right after a comedy show. That's how
Oh shit.
Me
What were
too.
you drinking?
Oh, you too. I was all right. So mostly wine,
Okay.
but also
Box.
No, I don't. You know, it was like a festival. So like
At the 2018 Highlarious Festival?
Nah,
Okay.
nah.
It's like credit.
no, but like it was in Everett.
Okay.
Yeah. So basically, they're just like,
Was
oh,
it the Fisherman's?
yeah,
Really?
that's the one.
Okay. Was Travis at that?
No.
Travis Thompson? It wasn't.
Oh, maybe. I don't
Okay.
know, because they had like an upstairs and a downstairs, and they had the comedy upstairs,
Okay.
and then the music was downstairs. So like,
How was that?
It was all right. It was kind of cool.
Was it like,
know?
could you hear the music when you were doing the show? Okay.
Mm-mm. Yeah,
I was
not so
curious
much.
about that. Sorry, I'm fucking up your story.
Oh
Go
no,
ahead.
you're good. It's not. It's a cool, I guess.
Fucking sell it. Looking at
Right.
that camera.
So we're kicking it. You know, it's a
You don't-
great.
you
It's
can
actually
sell
like.
us. You don't have to-
It's, no, like all right. I feel like this is now
better.
my confession. You know,
This
but it
is for
doesn't
the
matter.
moth.
It's already.
the storytelling. You can use this.
All right.
Oh, what are you doing? Get back over here. Stay with me. I don't like being on myself.
All right. So
It's
yeah,
really chauvin if I'm by myself.
it was like we had two shows, but we had like a little break in between, so we were there for like a good portion, so we were kind of kicking it, you know
Yeah.
what I mean? And then like these dudes were just buying us all the comedians like shots and stuff, so I was like, all right, no more shots, I'm just gonna stick to this wine, you know.
Yeah.
But so 2 shows went off, you know, it went well. Second show, well, you know, all right, a little tipsy, but then after their words, like after the shows, they're like, it's gonna be Bollywood night. And I was like, Bollywood night in Everett? Like, I have to see this. You know?
What was it?
I mean, basically, it was just like they put on some Slumdog Millionaire type music, and then it was like 7 people dancing, and then they just started like no one was really dancing Bollywood style after a little while. I was like,
What-
I
wait,
guess.
so
it's
what
so
is-
hard.
And then like with
The-
the
the-
hands and all the hands, and then like the
I don't know how to.
It is kind
it's
of
very-
hard.
It
It is
seems
kind of
very
hard. It is like when it's done well. Like,
Yeah, when you see it, like
yeah. I popped up on an Indian wedding, and I was like, whoa, like this is lit.
and Bollywood music videos are like
Yes.
they're fun to watch. I
Mhm.
mean,
But they're always talking about Habibi. All the time. The Habibi. And like
I think that means like baby girl.
yeah, well, it's like
In, like,
lover
Yeah.
or something. But any hookah bar you go into, they're just like, it's a Habibi, Habibi, ah. And they just,
that's
That's true.
their Bieber.
That's their
The-
beat.
Habibi is their Biebs?
That's their
Maybe.
Bieber. Habibi, Habibi,
Is it?
baby,
just-
baby, baby.
Okay.
All right.
It's just all about beats.
It's,
Oh, well,
go ahead.
All right. So yeah, anyway, after that, I was like, all right, fuck it, like time to go. And then like I was pretty fresh in Washington at this point. Like I don't think I'd even been out here a whole year. And so I'm driving back. I'm just following Google. I lived in Auburn at this point, right?
hmm
And so I'm just going where Google tells me
That's
to
a
go.
long drive to make.
Yeah.
Like, that's what, an hour?
About
Yeah.
And then I made it to Kirkland. and then they were like, like, because I saw the Oklahoma plates and everything. They were like, who the fuck is this? Like, skirt. They were like,
Shit.
yeah.
But did they pull you over because you were doing something or because of the plates?
It says I was swerving within my lane.
Huh.
So
that's
basically, like, I
nuts.
never.
So you weren't swerving.
That's why they pulled me
Isn't
over.
this swerving?
I was swerving within my lane.
What time was it though?
It was like
3.
it was
3 in
like
the
2.
morning.
It was probably like 1:32 in the morning almost.
Did
yeah.
you like when you were getting in the car? Did you know? Like, was it sort of like we're gonna see what happens, or did you just not even think about
I
it?
was confident, honestly. I was like, bitch, you got this. Like, we've been in worse situations. Like, it's like, what we saying? 49 minutes? All right, let's go. You know what I mean? Let's get it. Like,
So funny.
like, looking back, I'm like, damn, I should have spent the night at somebody's house. Like,
Yeah.
it's not that serious, but
Yeah.
like, hey, it's too late for that. You
Oh,
know,
yeah.
like, this shit was a long time ago.
So when, like, what ended up happening though?
So basically, they pull over. I'm like, damn, fuck. Last time this happened, you know? Like, and so they're like, yeah, get out of there. You're like, what are you, like, where are you coming from? All that, you know, the regular cop stuff. I'm like, you know,
And
like,
there's like no chance, like you were so far from where you were going that it wasn't going to be like, hey, we'll just follow you home or something. Like you
Yeah.
got like
the cop
20% of the way to your destination.
right? I was like halfway, basically.
Yeah.
And
That's-
so, like, whenever he was like, where are you going? I was like, Auburn. He was like, I see why you didn't get an Uber.
Yeah.
I was like, how are you going to tell me? And you're going to take me to jail.
It's like, I'm going to arrest you, but I get it.
Were they cool though, or like was he
It
a
was
dick?
crazy. Like, he, like, one of them was pretty cool. And then, like, the other one had fucking, like the one, like, who was the intake in the jail had seen me perform at
Oh,
Tacoma
shit.
Comedy Club. And so I get there and they're like, you're the comedian. Like, everyone else is like, the fuck? And
Yeah.
I'm like, the fuck? You know? And he's like, I saw you like whenever to come to Comedy Club. And I was like,
That's
oh.
a weird way to come in.
And then like the arresting officer's like, well, she was coming from like a festival, so I guess she's funny. Like, they're like, tell me a joke, and I'm drunk. I'm like, your job's a joke. Like,
That's fucking hilarious.
that nice, see what that got me. I'm like, okay, I deserved it.
So
And
what? How does that like? What does intake look like and all that shit? Like, how long are you in jail for?
like a day and a half. Ish. I don't know.
So you ate somebody else's
like
shit.
dude, yeah, like no, like a day, cause like it was like by the time I was like booked in, you know what I mean? It was already like morning time,
Mm-hmm.
and so like a full day and then a half of a day.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then
And so I mean, it was weird because like in Kirkland they didn't want to like take me in Kirkland, so they were like, we're gonna transfer you to like fucking Des Moines or whatever.
oh,
And so yeah, I had to go.
I thought you were gonna say King County. What would be better?
I don't know.
Yeah, both of those are pretty.
But
rough.
I was hella surprised though. What was it, like Score or whatever the fuck is where they took me? So like you can fucking like order McDonald's in there and shit. If
Really?
you have like, yeah, I was like, what the fuck?
What?
Like Washington? What? Yeah,
Damn.
like if you have enough commissary. Yeah, I was like, huh?
Is
Like
it
I ain't
warm?
never heard it. I wasn't in there that long.
Yeah.
That sounds amazing.
It's probably as warm as like. No, it's probably cold than a motherfucker when you think about it.
Yeah.
Because like regular
Cold
DoorDash
McDonald's is
is
not
gonna be. It's better than jail food probably.
Oh,
yeah.
for sure, it's better
Yeah.
than jail
I mean,
food,
I've been
but-
living off McNuggets. I'm like, fuck yeah, I'm gonna eat these stuff nuggets.
Well, how long did you? So you get out after, like,
Yeah,
what's that? You post bond or some shit like
man,
that?
it was crazy. No, they didn't. I didn't have to bail out. They just let me out basically.
Yeah.
And so like I was at a show with some other people, and so basically like I get out and I'm just like, man, fuck,
Yeah.
And like I'm walking out. Like, what the fuck I'm about to do? My phone's dead and shit. And one of the comedians from the show was like there. Like,
Waiting for you.
yeah, I was
Fuck.
there. Like, because like they dead ass thought I was dead.
Shit.
Because it was like,
Who
everybody-
was it? Like anybody worth
Robert
noting?
Petty.
Oh fuck yeah.
Yeah.
There
He
you
was
go.
solid for that one.
Yeah.
Because like they was, because like, like Vanessa Dawn on stage, but Dawn is not like my last name. So people
Mhm.
was like, everyone was like, all right, text us when you get home,
Yeah.
And like they're blowing me up. I'm like in jail. So,
Yeah.
But somehow they were like, no, it was saying like your phone was, it was saying you were active. Like the next morning and shit. I was like, I was not.
Yeah.
You know?
Fuck.
And so they were just like, fuck, like, and then they finally found me, and then
So did you
Robert came up there.
like? What's that process afterwards?
Basically, they're just like, all right, get your shit, like your bed or whatever, get that shit back, and then they give you all your shit back.
Yeah,
And
but
then
like
just
for
like,
like legally, do you
fine.
go? You have a court hearing.
Yeah,
And then
yeah,
could
you got the
like-
arraignment, so you just go in and they're like, all right, this is what we charging you with. Here's your bail or whatever, or you can just PR out, whatever, like go out on you.
Mm-hmm. But like for all the punishments and stuff, like were you gonna plea at all, or like how did that work?
It's always not guilty on it for me, you know what I mean? Until they're like, you gotta catch me, which they did.
Fair and square.
Which they did. I was like, this ain't that serious. I fucked around, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
I was like drinking again. Like, I didn't drink for a while because they slapped me with an ankle bracelet. So,
Yeah, because there was a
Yeah, I had
time
an ankle
that you and I
bracelet.
hung out and you weren't drinking.
yeah,
And-
I didn't drink for like a year.
okay.
It kind of like I didn't have an ankle bracelet for the full year, but I was like, it's so close to a year. I'm gonna just stretch this to the year, you know,
Yeah.
just so I can be like, I didn't drink for a year.
Did you have to go to meetings and shit
Yeah,
too?
meetings, like counseling.
What
and
did you
shit.
think?
Yo, all right. So the meetings at one point, I was just like, yo, these are just not like, this is not for me.
Mhm.
So I'm gonna just be as like go to the most entertaining ones as possible. So I started going to this one fucking one. I don't think you can say it because it's supposed to be anonymous or whatever.
The name of the meeting is fine to say.
Okay,
Yeah.
but it was at like Fremont Fellowship.
Yeah,
in
yeah,
Seattle.
I know that this fucking place is.
This
Have you
place-
heard of Fremont
No.
Fellowship?
Yo.
It is like
It's wild as fuck. Like we would have, it's open like most of the time, right? So like
it's like 24-hour type.
yeah, like
Oh,
they'd have
okay.
like midnight meetings and stuff, and like I would get off work sometimes at like 11 or like after a show or
Oh,
something. I'd
okay.
be like, I'm gonna just roll through because you had to go so
Yeah,
many
you
a
get
week.
your paper signed.
There'd be like just prostitutes walking in, like getting coffee and leaving. Wait, you had to say sex worker now. My
Yeah,
bad.
sex worker.
But there's this, there's people like clearly just like using all the drugs, you know what I mean? Like the bathrooms, they were like, you had to go get a key and it was attached to like a big ass spoon.
Mhm.
And then the lights were on a timer. And so if you weren't out by the time the time was up, the lights would turn out on you. And you had to be like, somebody
It's-
let me out.
It's like it's just one of those hardcore fellowship halls where
ratchet.
like it's. Have you been in any
yeah,
of those?
yeah. I've seen places like that.
Yeah, it's crazy. It has like this reputation, but it also has like the people that did get sober in those places, like they're old timers that have
Solid.
been going there for like 50 years, and it's just to like
Yeah, just for the people who actually want to try it.
Yeah.
yeah.
And then there's a bunch of people in there just yelling and shit, like about to fight. There was this one dude was like crawling away from somebody at one point. I was in there like, I really want to record this, but I can't. Like he was just like, somebody yells, like someone walks in and he's just like, get the fuck out, we don't want you here, blah, 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 blah. He's like, fuck you. And like,
God.
it was like, it's not your meeting. Like, I'm sure because like they're giving away free food. So they're like, fuck you, me for a plate. And, and this dude's like, just yelling at him, like, no one likes you, you're high. I was like, but I'm like, clearly this guy who is accusing him is high. Like,
For sure.
Like, you've been scratching the whole time, sir. Like, but then like dude starts like running up on him. He crawls under the tables because it was in like a circle. And so he crawls under the tables into like the middle of the circle. And like dude's trying to like go in from the other side. He's crawling out of the other side, like just yelling like, get away from me. I'm sitting there like, yo, what? Like, can somebody sign my paper so I can leave?
Yeah.
Like,
God damn. There was one place in the Central District that was like, I don't know if you ever went to that place, but it was like fucking Grand Central Station. Like nobody was actually like there were like 3 people, 4 people like paying attention, and everybody was just like, I think they were just dealing drugs and shit.
Hanging
Like,
out.
yeah, it was just a place to be during the day. It was Cherry Hall, I want to say the name.
Yeah,
of it.
yeah. I went to that one once.
Yeah, it was fun.
Because
but
everybody was like, you gotta go to that one. You gotta go to that one.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay. I'm like, I'm just here to get the paper signed, guys.
For sure. So you had to go to meetings and then
Meetings and then
how
counseling.
How much did it cost? Like,
Woo!
has everything cost? Like,
All in all, it's probably gonna be about like, cause I got like a year, like 2 more years down there on the blow and go, so probably gonna be like 20 G's about.
fuck.
Yeah.
How much did Tyler say his deal cost him? Like 50?
Well, because they seized all the weed,
Product,
weed
yeah.
that was in his car.
Yeah. Yeah,
It
that's
cost
what
me
was.
about 20 grand too.
Yeah, let's hear your
Yeah.
story.
Yeah.
Hold on, let's start this again. No, we don't.
This week, in This American Life.
I was leaving a comedy show too. I would,
That's how they get you.
yeah. I had just the night, like the week before I was featuring that weekend at the Laugh Stop in Houston.
Mm-hmm.
And that week before, I had just won the Houston's Funniest Person contest. It was in 2009. And so basically by winning the contest, I get all this extra stage time and stuff. And so I was like, I don't know, but I always drank at the club. I never really I just always drank. And I didn't even feel like I was drunk when I got pulled over. And he pulled me over because I changed lanes without a signal, which there was nobody on the road. I was like,
Yeah, fuck it, yeah.
yeah. So he pulls me over and he's like, will you take a sobriety test? And I was like, sure. Because I really was so cocky that
Yeah,
I
you're
thought,
like, I'm fine.
I really thought I'm not even so he was like, he basically said, you didn't do good enough on the sobriety test. I want to take you in for a breathalyzer.
Oh, they had to take you in for your
Yeah,
breathalyzer. They don't have
yes.
on the spots.
No, he didn't. It was 2009, so
Oh,
maybe
okay,
that
okay.
had something to do with it. Like, it's just not,
Question. If you get pulled over and you're drinking and driving, what do all lawyers say you should do? Like, aren't you supposed to deny, not take the test?
I did everything wrong.
Yeah, but like,
You're
aren't you supposed to say you're not going
Yeah.
to take the
Yeah.
test, and then
But-
that gives you time
See, I
to
tried.
sober up?
That's kind of how I tried it though,
Yeah.
because I was like, I don't want to talk to a lawyer before I do anything when they ask me to blow. You know, I was like, so because at this point I was like, let me just buy myself time. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? And so I get there, and then they're like, oh well, now it's been like too long. We got to take you in for the blood test. And so they had to take me to the hospital and do
Oh,
like
shit.
a blood
Yeah.
draw.
He told me that he's like, if you don't do that, we'll get a court order to take blood.
Okay.
So I
Yeah.
blew a .089
That's not
and a
bad.
.09.
So you're like barely over.
Yeah,
Damn.
but it's because I really thought I was low enough that I thought
See, but here's the thing: like, you never know what a .08 is
mhm.
until you get pulled up. Because, like, the way they
What
make
was
it
yours?
it doesn't matter. I'm just kidding.
Wait, .08 means like
It's like
8% of your blood is alcohol.
No.
No.
That'd be
It means 80% of 1%. No, not
That's-
even. Not even. It means
it's not a lot.
8% of 1% of your blood.
Less than 1%.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because
I thought like a
Like
point
a tenth
three.
it's less than 1/10% of.
That's how little
Yeah.
you need.
Like, yeah.
It's poison. I
Because the
mean,
way that they make it seem, they're like at .08. Like, it sounds like, oh, .08 like is shit face. You know what I mean? But like in reality, .08 is like a beer or two.
well,
If
you go
depending
up,
on how big you are, you know.
if you drank 4 beers within 2 hours, you would have a .08.
Yeah.
So, which is not
Well,
crazy.
it just depends on like how much
Yeah.
you weigh.
Yeah, your
female.
size.
Yeah, you're so
You're
yeah.
a massive man.
I always drank just whiskey
yeah.
on the rocks.
How many?
No idea.
Okay.
Yeah, because like who is going around
there,
buying those
yeah.
like portable blow and goes just to be like, what am I at? Like,
And
Yeah.
they were free at the club and
exactly. That's how they
and I was
get you when
there,
it's
yeah.
free.
And I was there all night. I was there for 2 shows. So I was
Okay.
anyway, so Take me in. I failed a breathalyzer. They start booking me in. I finally got a phone call out to my girlfriend at the time, and it was like near the end of the next day that they got me out. And then I got the blow and go. I got the probation, the community service, the meetings and stuff and all that, and the class that I had to take.
Yeah.
And then I failed a blow test.
Yeah.
Like I was so stupid. I tried to basically like have a couple beers, and then just hang around for a few hours.
Mm-hmm.
But then when I blew 0.03. And then
Yeah, that's enough to set it off.
And then with the machine, if you do that, it says stay there because you have to do the retest.
Yeah.
You have to retest. So like after a few minutes, it retests you, and I'm still at an 03, so they knew.
Yeah.
That like basically like the next time I went in to see my probation officer, there was a cop sitting there. And like I got my probation extended. I got another year added with the thing, and I had to spend like a month in jail for.
Yeah, honestly.
Did they have McDonald's?
No, that's why I was like, "What the fuck?"
Same thing happened. The same thing happened to me, but when they gave me my 30 days, it was in Kirkland. So it was, it was no.
So you were in jail for 30 days too?
Nah, I got it down to 20 for good behavior. Because
how was jail in Kirkland?
Yo,
Because he talks about that place all the time.
Boring
You enjoy it
in the world, and like, so I got my lawyer to like negotiate work release, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I'm in there for 20 days. I'm supposed to get out to go to work, and I get to drive back, and like, so basically I have to like check back out. Like I was getting out of
sleeping in jail,
going to work, and then like coming back to jail at like midnight. Like I had to be back in by midnight, So I'd go out like half the day. I was like big chilling, like I'm eating as much as I can outside.
Yeah. Washington
like,
is.
Fuck you guys.
So,
what was your experience like in your butt?
Not that.
But that only lasted for a week, and then like they were hating on me the whole time.
Really?
It was the worst. Yeah.
In
like
jail?
I was in an 8-person spot by myself.
Oh, really?
And they wouldn't give me anything, like no paper, no pencils, no books, no TV, no nothing. Like I was just in there.
That's the worst.
But you didn't have anybody giving you shit in there, right? Like
just
like
the
other
officers.
Inmates? Yeah.
Yeah, nah. And then like finally they were like, "We're taking your work release away." I was like, "For what?" And they were like, "Cause we don't have a female officer on your schedule anymore." So they took it away. I was like, "But I fucking paid for it." Like it took me like a year and a half to get my money back.
God damn.
Because they made me pay up front. Because you got to pay like a certain amount per day to do work release.
Really?
Yeah.
How much was it expensive?
It's like I think it's like either 20 or 40 a day.
Okay.
One of those. I don't remember exactly.
Okay. What was yours?
I got put in the work program, but it was not like, I mean, it was the jail work program because I was only there for 30 days. And so you get credit. Like if you're in the work in the trustee tank, you get credit like 2 days for one or 3 days for one, like to get out quicker.
Okay. So you also got it.
But I didn't because the judge specifically put on there like no multiple days credit. So I had to serve every single day of like whatever he sentenced. So they put me in the trustee tank because I'm not a flight risk. I'm not going to try to escape for a 30-day charge. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I feel you.
So I spent the whole time like going out to, it was Bear Creek Park in Houston and doing like weed eating, picking up trash.
Okay, so at least you got to like leave laundry, too a little bit, kind of, not really.
I guess so. It just sucked. It was just like hard work all day.
Wait, how old were you?
This would be in 2009. I was 24.
And you were like doing comedy hardcore at that time.
Yeah, I was doing a lot of comedy.
So it was like 30 days away from comedy, away from drinking,
away from
everything,
work, away from everything. Yeah.
Yeah. God damn.
And yeah, that sucked. But there were some books in there. I read like five Star Trek books.
Oh, yes.
In that 30 days.
Is that where you read the Sun book about the girl?
No.
That was
the short story.
You like that callback?
Yeah, that's where I read that 8 pages.
I believe it. After they gave me books, I was just reading everything. I didn't give a fuck.
I had a
Really?
ton of commissary
Yeah.
too, because when I went in, I had like something like $300 cash in my pocket.
Oh man,
So whenever I violated or whatever,
yeah.
so when they took me in, all that went onto my books. So like I had all like
Yeah.
I was like I
See,
had all the ramens and all the shit I needed
You
to
wanna
trade,
know
Them honey
something?
buns.
spreads and honey buns. And,
Yeah.
see, I'm in a class action lawsuit right now because like what they did. Like I thought if you had cash on you, they put it on your books.
That's
They
what
don't.
happened
They
to
didn't
me.
put it on your books. They put it on a card, and they give it to you when you get out. And then every time you use the card, it charges you. And every time, and it was like $5 to use it at an ATM. And then I'm like, would nobody ask for that, you know? So yeah, it's a big ass class action lawsuit right now.
my
So
gosh.
hopefully
Yeah.
get paid.
Get like
Who knew?
$17
That's
back.
with me,
Right?
that's
It's
it.
always like that.
It's
The
not,
biggest one I've gotten was like $67.
yeah, it's in class action. You're not
Every
the
time.
lawyer's getting plenty, but
I was like, all right, do the math. How many people went to jail between these years and these years? Like, half of them aren't gonna fill it out. Like,
that's so funny.
carry the one.
Yeah. So what'd you buy? What was your shit?
I always had Cokes. So everybody knew. And then Benjamin, this guy that I made friends with, who his work detail was the kitchen. I would always give him a ramen every day, and he would bring me back a big cup of ice from the kitchen because it was all like just room temp stuff. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
having a big cup of ice with Coke was like the highlight. And then
The little things, right?
yeah. And then we would do spreads at night. Like, so there was this one guy that was like an alchemist, like a prison alchemist. Like he would take like one of the packs of chili and one of the packs of chips and one of the shit up and like make like a fucking dip or like some weird thing. We'd all eat it. So I always had shit to put in to the spreads, and I always had like little snacks and stuff to eat.
Yeah.
Dude,
Because
I
of my
gotta pull this
commissary.
up.
And like writing paper, like I had like notebooks and like pens. I actually got pretty popular because so I don't know if you experienced the pins there because if you buy a pin through commissary, what they give you is the inside of the pin. So imagine like a
Oh.
ballpoint pen, like a cheap ballpoint pen,
Yeah.
and they just take the fucking tube out.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, so
Yeah. We had once I finally got to be with the other people.
So this guy basically was like trying to make his pin like harder by like wrapping paper around it. I was
Mhm.
like, that's fucking smart. He just needs some like tape and stuff. So
Yeah.
I took the
Some water.
deodorant that I got from commissary, took the label, and took like a long strip of newspaper and rolled it really tight around that thing, and then sealed it off with that and made like a real pin. And after I did that, like basically I was in a tank with like 60 other guys, and I think I probably made like 25 pins. Like 25 different people came and like offered me shit to make them a
Right.
pin, like to make them a real like working pin.
You're that guy in jail, huh?
What's that?
It's hold on.
Quality airtime.
I hope this is the right one
Play
because somebody like
else's commercial.
dubbed this over. It's a guy using his bed in jail as an like a stove.
Anything's possible in jail, I guess.
Let me find the right one.
Anyway,
Keep talking.
yeah, and then so basically, like I was just one of the guys that went to Bear Creek. There was like 7 of us. So,
Oh, okay.
And I
so
think
it was
they-
like exclusive kind of.
yeah, they targeted like the big guys, like,
Mm.
and I was, I'm a big strong boy. So
They're like, you.
they're like,
You're big enough. Get out there.
And I was like, I'll lose a contact.
And they're like, we don't give a fuck about
You guys don't
that.
understand what it's like to just have one end. Your depth perception's all off. So
That would suck to have contacts though. 'Cause, like, what do you?
I had at the time the ones
Mm.
that you wear for a month
Oh, that's good.
and then throw away, and you sleep in them and everything. And I don't have them now, but I loved those. But I just put a new pair in. Like, so I was like, yeah, I had just put new contacts in when
Luckily,
they
huh?
arrested me, and I was like, yes, at least I can.
At least I'll see.
I won't be blind.
God damn
Yeah.
it.
So I was in, and then after that, my probation started over.
Same.
Yeah, and I had 1 year tacked on for that thing, and
How much did everything cost you?
about the same, about 20 grand.
20 grand.
Yeah.
Was it worth it though?
See, I feel like Kyle Kinnaman like broke it down perfectly to me. He was like, all right, it costs what, like 20,000? But think of how many times in your life you've ever driven just like a little bit buzz, like even just like a beer or two.
Yeah.
You know, like how many times? Like over 100, right? Like maybe.
Yeah.
I was like, probably. He's like, it's like what, $20 per time? Like it's not that bad, right?
No,
Like,
They finally caught you.
when you
gotta
say
pay
it
for
like
all of them.
exactly, you got to pay for all of them.
And I had done it a lot.
In the end, right?
God damn. I never got busted for DUI.
But think about it, if you would have.
No, I used to
The
fucking
worst.
drive around doing whippets in the car.
Oh shit!
I went through the McDonald's parking lot just with like cans of them in there.
Lord.
And like, I got those chicken nuggets that you were talking about. And it was like, it was fucking good. But I remember I got a fake when I was like 16. And there was this one liquor store that, like, it was obviously a fake, you know. It was
That they
like-
just didn't give a fuck.
It just felt like a fake. And it was like a Vietnamese store in the middle of fucking northern Minneapolis, and they never really gave a shit. So we all would go there, buy liquor. We had a snow day, and I remember just driving around hammered drunk all day. We went sledding, just like drinking in the car while we're driving around, snowstorm and shit. And
Yeah.
that was all. I always thought
Yeah.
drinking and driving was quite fun.
Yeah, we made up a game called Stoplight. Like once like every time I like recount this, I'm like, we're dumb as hell. But like we would dead ass like have like a bottle, and then like it'd be like me and my homegirls like all right in the car. And every time we went to a stoplight, we would just pass the bottle around until the light changed. And that was the game.
That's pretty bad.
It's horrible.
I had a buddy.
We only did it a couple times though, if it makes you feel better.
He was like a fucking savant with drinking and driving. Like he literally played a game where he would go as fast as he could in a parking lot and see how close he could get to the cars parked.
Ugh.
He never clipped any of them. He was the best drunk driver I've ever seen. He might have been a better driver drunk than he was sober. It's like that Afro Man song. Like
My friend Mark has a joke about. He's like driving. You know, he's talking about like drinking and like he's like drinking and driving is a thing. And he's but I like it. I like the challenge. Best part about drinking and driving, texting.
God damn. Well, I know you got to run. Is there anything, like if people want to check out your stuff online, like social media, where can people find your stuff? Check out any shows you're doing?
Yeah, definitely social media, Instagram. It has most of the little plugs to shows and everything. I'm going to put more content up soon, so I got you guys. Just go there. Everything's at Nessa the Don. Or just Vanessa Don Comedy on YouTube, I think. But there ain't really shit on YouTube yet. But I got you guys.
Sounds good. And what's you got a new...
I started a comedy Instagram. I've always been really bad at social media. So if you want to find John the Gard on Facebook or Instagram, and be part of something. Is that good?
No.
Yeah, I mean, it was something.
It was something.
It was something.
Be part of something.
That's better.
The gaze is a little...
Is that too much? Is it too
I
intense?
didn't know where we were going.
You just
part
like...
of something.
That's just my eyes
That's
right there.
It's a little culty. Like,
Be part of something.
but also I'm intrigued, you know? Like,
Come and follow. Be
All right,
part of
everybody.
something.
Thanks for listening. Check out both these two on social media. If you enjoyed this episode, please make sure to rate and review us wherever you're listening. And if you're watching on YouTube, hit that notifications bell so you don't miss our upcoming content. Like us, subscribe, and throw comments in for either me, Vanessa, or John. As always, follow us on Instagram at FNFPod.
I just make the ways, I don't write them. I can hear the lyrics in my spirit as I write them. Why you wanna walk and talk just like them? I can't get caught up in all the hype and the excitement. I just make the ways, I don't write them. I can hear the lyrics in my spirit as I write them. Why you wanna walk and talk just like them? I can't get caught up in all the hype and the excitement. My wave, boo. my wave pool, my wave pool. Welcome to my wave pool.